I should get paid for this. I should get paid for this information I'm giving you. The most repeated question I have, because if you didn't know, I went to being pretty much overweight to running for Miss Burundi, which I was lucky to win. So I was Miss Burundi at the time. And I always get the question, how did you lose the weight? How did you get in shape? Right now, I am a little thicker than when I was Miss Burundi, and maybe like 1 or 2 kilos heavier. And yeah, so I get this question all the time, and I think it's not even that complicated. I did not diet. I didn't do crazy exercise. And you know what? I'm just going to give you the simple formula to making it happen and on the long and keep the results for the longest of time. Okay? Without further ado, let's actually get into what it is that changed the game for me. Are you somebody who maybe has struggled with weight, or maybe you're just not comfortable in your current body right now? It can even not be the weight, but you just don't feel the healthy you. You don't feel healthy, you don't feel confident and comfortable in your own body. So I think this is definitely for every person that's in that category. I have to have a few disclaimers. First disclaimer is there is weight that, in my personal opinion, I have lost. There is some weight that I have lost just by being alive. The weight I had as a student and the weight I have after studies, it's different, because as a student, I feel like as a student, the level of stress you have is not comparable to real life. Yes, you're stressed about that exam. Yes, you're stressed about the assignments, etc. There's different things to be stressed about. But real life will humble you really fast, just in a minute. So I did lose a lot of weight after studies just because of circumstances. Yeah, so let's say there is circumstantial weight loss, because some people, when they're stressed, they tend to gain weight or lose weight. So as for me, when I'm stressed, I tend to have less appetite, because I'm like, what am I eating for? Like, let me think right now. And I just eat a little bit less. I'm more negligee. So I tend to lose weight, or your body's just like burning fat, like we need to think. So I have to make this disclaimer that there is some weight that I have lost just because of circumstances, okay? Now, is it the full weight? How much of it is just due to life? I mean, a bit, not so very much. And every time I lost weight because of stress, I did not look very healthy. The fat is there, but you just like shrink. Maybe you lose water muscles, I don't know, but you just don't look very healthy, because, you know, it's not it's not the healthiest way you lost weight. Oh, the second disclaimer is, because I get asked a lot about the curves, like how did you keep the curves or lost? I mean, I did lose some curves. I'm not going to lie, but just to not look like flat, I think I'm definitely I'm more on the curvier side. So that also has to do a little bit with genetics. If you are an African girl, you're definitely already blessed. Don't worry about this. If that's not the case, then you know what? You're beautiful the way you are. Don't forget that, okay? And yeah, so we tend to be a little bit more on the curvier side, especially lower if you're in the East African region, Rwanda, Burundi. I know that those are that's my biggest following. Canada as well. Anywho, just that little disclaimer that when it comes to the curves, this also will have to do with your genetics, okay? Now, without further ado, the real juice, because that's what we've all been waiting for, okay? First, stop dieting. Just stop dieting. I know that there's just so many diets out there, and they actually work. However, they will give you temporary fixes. You'll look this way and go back to point zero, even if not below. So stop dieting. You're just training your body just to kind of like yo-yo. You know, you lose and then you regain, and then you have to re-diet and then regain. And in the long run, not only is that not very healthy, but it's gonna get less and less effective as your body kind of learns the different tricks you do to kind of switch up how your weight. So it's going to start resisting you. Anyways, stop dieting and do this simple thing instead. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to have a quarter of your plate is going to be the carbs. We need carbs. We don't hate carbs. Carbs help us with energy. Carbs help us go through the day without the cravings. Carbs are good. Get some rice, get some pasta, whatever you want. Have a quarter of that plate be carbs. Another quarter, make it protein. You need that for your muscles. You need that you need that in your body. They're good stuff. So it can be your meat. It can be your very rich in protein veggies, whatever you usually take. Just, have that second quarter filled with protein. Now the other half, because this makes one half, the other half is going to be made of vegetables. I think this is the one trick that is going to change your life. I should get paid for this. I should get paid for this information I'm giving you. The other half has to be made of vegetables. This is going to do 3 things. First, it is going to bring all the good stuff, all the water, all the vitamins, all the amino acids, even the fat. Everything is within the vegetables. It's going to increase your energy levels. It's going to increase your mental clarity. Just if you hate vegetables, find fun ways to cook them, because that plate has to be made of vegetables, whether you're trying to lose or gain weight. If you're trying to actually gain weight, I would do the same, but I will increase the different quantities, increase your carbs and your protein. But in general, I know I'm speaking to most people who kind of want to lose weight. Just do like decent portions, but this half, like make sure that half of your plate of the total amount of food you're going to consume, half of it is vegetables, and make sure you finish them. I don't care whatever you eat after that. If you're having ice cream, if you're having, Nutella bread, I don't care. Half of it has to be vegetables. This will change your life so much. I wasn't done. I said it brings all the vitamins. Second, it will regulate your appetite. You'll find yourself not having cravings during the day because your energies are going to be high. You're going to be digesting so well. You have all the water because the veggies also tend to contain more water than our lovely carbs. So this is going to regulate even your palate. You won't be at a point like at 3:30 p.m. thinking like, I want something sweet. No. So this is going to regulate your appetite. And the last thing, this is also going to fill your stomach, because the last thing we want to feel is starving. You know how when you're doing some diets, you finish eating, but you still feel hungry. This is just going to take that issue away. You will not be feeling hungry. You'll be digesting relatively fast, and your energies are going to spike. So I feel like this is the holy grail of weight loss, because there's just so many weight loss strategies you can come up with, the different diets, the exercise, the workouts, etc. But 80%, if you could just switch this, you will have results. Like, goodness, you will have results. You know what? Try it. Come back in the comment, give genuine feedback. I know for a fact. I just know for a fact that it works, and it has changed my life, and whoever has tried it too. So I'm not going to curse. I'm not trying to lie to you or sell you something, because clearly I'm not telling you anything. Do half of what you eat must be veggies. Thank me later. Number 2, I think if you already did number 1, it's already going to change your life. Number 2, keep busy, because you can't be dieting and sleeping all day. You can't be dieting and just like staying on I know it's harder for the people who work from home, but find a way to every now and then just do something. If you work from home, just like walk around, clean the dishes, do some, organize your house, do something. Just keep busy and keep active. Those two things, keep busy, keep active. I feel like even if you were to do nothing else but keep busy and keep active and do that, immediately the weight it's going to show. You'll feel it, you'll see it, you live it, you'll feel more comfortable in your body, you'll feel more confident. So try to keep busy, like do the good stuff. I mean, we have started a series called Money Matters. If you're with us in this series, you're going to see the results. Like, you're gonna be busy doing your thing, evolving and increasing your revenues. So your mind will be busy, your body will be busy. It's just going to do it. It's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen so naturally. And it will keep your mind from thinking all the time about your weight loss, what you're doing, how you're feeling, etc., etc. Which you won't really have to do that much, because the veggies still fill you up. You don't feel hungry all day. So thank me later. And the last thing, this one isn't so much for the weight loss, but it's for the body aesthetic. Because that tone that we love to see, the everything in the right place, looking all glowy and all that stuff, all that only comes from working out. Unless you have just amazing genetics, that comes from working out. Now, I won't get too deep into the kinds of workouts. I'll just let you freestyle in like whatever you want to do, or whatever just works best for you, or that works best, or what you want to try. I'll give you a blank card. Do what you gotta do what you like. But for the results, if you actually want to talk about the aesthetics and the toned body, we can have a whole different video about it. But here we're talking straight up weight loss. This is just a pro tip, a bonus. So the bonus is, if you want a specific aesthetic, then you have to have a workout. You have to have a routine. So this will not play the biggest role in your weight loss. It still will, but it's going to shift where your weight is. Where your weight is going to go maybe more into the muscles and less into the fat. So that's a pro tip. Do whichever kind of exercise you want. That's more on the aesthetic side. Excuse me. And we could go into it if you want to, but here is the main thing that really, really will make a difference. It will be what you eat and how busy you can keep throughout the day. I've spoken a whole lot. Let me just stop right here. Remember one thing, the results you have right now, like the way your body is currently, is a result of the habits you've had for weeks, months, if not years. So it does take time for the new habits to create the new results and clean up the old habits. So be patient with yourself, be patient with your body. And sometimes it takes a few days, a few weeks, the difference will be so noticeable. If you have tried the few tips I just gave you, please share some of the results, the feedback, because I just know for a fact that it works. That's going to be all for me today. I'll see you very soon in the next video. I love you. I am rooting for you, but you gotta root for yourself first.